Just for the finish.
Are we live? Are we live? Are we live? Chris says we might be live. I think we are live now once again, as we are on the final lap of the race. Still with Van Doren in the picture. Rydell and Prince are super tight further up the field. Ooh, Van Doren makes a mistake, and is that Partis that makes the overtake there? It looks like Partis actually gets a move done on Van Doren on the final lap. 2 corners to go. Siddick have won the race. Patrick Prince makes the overtake on Sebastian Rydell as well on the final lap. Quickly, Chris, get a replay of that. As Rydell comes in on P3, finishing on the podium. King in 4th, Partis in 5th, Van Doren. Oh, Van Doren drops down to 6th by the end. Mick Schinkels will be the next one to cross the line, and after him we'll have John Planners finish the race. He messaged me before the race telling me that that's how you pronounce this race, so that's why it's been pronounced like that. As the battle is still ongoing from P2 in the AM category between Steve Parker and Iron van der Linden. As Wouter Rins looks to be taking the win of the class this evening. But Parker and van der Linden will be going at it all the way to the line. Parker looks to try and maybe spook off Van der Linden, but Van der Linden is cold as a ice cube. Going through the penultimate corner and the final corner. Wouter Rins will take P1 in the AM class. Iron van der Linden 2nd and Steve Parker in 3rd. Only Cohen Geens we need to see cross the start-finish line now to finish this race officially. We have him here in the picture in the funky martini looking car as he goes across the line. What a race we have had this evening, guys. A lot of action, a lot of fun. We'll see if anyone jumps in for a little interview. Jitsu, how did you find the race this evening?
Well, it looked to be a great challenge as a driver, especially with the rain like halfway through the race. And yeah, some people struggled, some people excelled. And it was interesting, very interesting.
It sure was one of the, maybe not the true classics of racing on the channel, but there was a good deal of strategy in it and a lot of mistakes we saw from the drivers that kept the racing very tight throughout. Good drive from Timo Siddick. I believe that's his first sprint victory in SSRI. Yeah. I think you have done some maybe 2.4 races on having decent results there, winning that maybe once or twice, but first sprint race for Timo Siddick, really good job from him. Perfect drive this evening. Some might say it was almost a German job, keeping everything perfectly straight and controlled on track. From what you saw of the race, Dominic, how did you find this evening's eventful race?
Yeah, it was a really nice race to watch. I had a lot of fun, and actually I can't explain really my happiness right now for Timo as a long fan of him. It's unbelievable that he won actually the sprint round, and yeah. I know for a long time I knew him he could do something like that, and now he did it.
Anyway, speaking of sprint rounds, running, winning, and racing, Patrick Prince have joined us in this very small and super cramped shed at the minute. So Patrick, that was a pretty good race from you, I must say. We unfortunately didn't get to see your last lap overtake on Sebastian Rydell because Chris was busy fixing the cameras. But can you tell us a little bit about how you got that overtake done?
To be honest, he just went wide before the long triple right-hander. He overshot his braking slightly. I got very, very close to him right at the start of that last lap. And he must have felt the pressure slightly, but I scared myself thinking I was getting a drive-through once again, almost replicating what happened last season, actually with Dominic as well, because last time round it was a 2-stage sprint, and then in the second race I was behind him the whole time, picked up a drive-through on the final lap. I had 3 track cuts with 25 minutes to go. I got a double track cut actually as well within 10 minutes for going wide at one point. So yeah, I was flirting with danger, to say the least. I got away with it this time.
Oh, now we get your overtake up on the stream. Can you maybe take us through it a little bit on the greatness of it and how it felt?
Let me just throw it up. I'm late, but no, basically, yeah, he went wide. I got lucky enough to brake early enough get my nose at the inside, and then it was just a battle of straight line. I thought he had the run out because he seemed to have a bit more pace first out the corner, but no, I was on the right side of the track just to take the corners first, and yeah, managed to slip ahead. So
Yeah.
it was fun, but I was sweating. I didn't expect my pace, to be honest, in that second half. I was really on it. At one point, I think I was the fastest guy on track, so that felt pretty good.
It must have been, speaking about fast guys on track, we're joined by the first time SSRI sprint race winner now in this small shed as well. Timo Sedek, congratulations on your win. How did it feel out there?
It was very stressful because I had 3 warnings after 35 minutes, so
Wow.
I really had to watch out.
Timo.
Alrighty.
But what a drive, Timo. Although you did get the 3 track cuts, it looked like you seemed to have the race under control basically from the start, from when you got that great launch off the line, overtaking you on planners into the first corner. Was that part of the plan?
I actually knew that the Ferrari isn't the best at the start, so I knew I had to take the opportunity because I thought he will be a lot faster than me, but in the end he wasn't. So yeah.
No, you did a wonderful job there. Seems like you were the only driver who managed not to get screwed on during the race. That you were the only one in basically the top 5 who didn't have any spins or any sort of incidents apart from of course track cuts. Question.
Timo.
Maybe Timo decided that he don't want to talk to us anymore. Too busy enjoying the champagne.
He's definitely nervous right now. Just winning the race. Timo, I'm so happy for you. Really. Really nice job you did there.
Timo, I have a question for you, Timo. With the rain coming in, did you have anything in mind, like changing tire pressures for the pit stop, or did you just do what you have planned?
I actually stick to my drive strategy because I just saw the rain indicator at the start. I was like, oh, 30 minutes? Okay, I have to stop for wet. And then the formation lap just started, and then I saw, oh, no more rain? Huh? Is it gone now? So,
Yeah. And speaking of rain, Timo, now that we have you here, we must ask you, what are your opinion of the American invasion of Afghanistan?
Oliver!
I knew he was going to ask me this question.
Yeah. I was preparing you on this, you know?
Well, Dominic didn't want to answer it last time, but I must hear it from a German.
No, that's Dominic's part.
Anyways, we would like to also talk to Wouter Rins for a little bit, because Wouter, I do believe that you... I honestly can't remember if you won the AM class, but I do think that you won the AM class, if I'm not mistaken.
Today, yes, indeed. Good morning.
Yes. And congratulations, that it looked like to be a tough battle out there in the AM class. You guys were so close there before the pit stops, the 3 of you, Parker and Geens.
Yeah. Well, I didn't expect to be up there, to be honest, because last season the Lexus was great, but I don't know, is it because of the update? But it's an absolute shitbox at the moment when you're speaking about pace. But yeah, I was hoping for 1 mistakes of my opponents and rain, and I got both. So yeah, that was good. And I saw that Koen's pace dropped during the rain, so that was my only chance, because the Aston and the Ferraris are way too fast in dry. So yeah, I got a bit lucky, but sometimes you need it.
As a fellow Lexus fan, I personally love that car to death, and I would, if I wasn't racing seriously, then I would choose it any day of the week.
Yeah.
Such a wonderful car to drive, and we all know it's actually a pretty good car in the wet. It's maybe not competitive with if you put fast drivers in it still for race wins, but it's closer to pace in the wet, I would say.
Yeah.
Do you think that helped you being in the Lexus
Sure.
conditions?
I noticed that last season at Nürburgring, I think. I was suddenly up there in between silver drivers in the wet, so yeah, that's true. In the wet, it's absolutely still a good car. Just in the dry, that it lacks space. It's a great car to drive. The engine sound is amazing, but just the pace isn't there anymore, and that's a bit pity because it's an awesome car. and good looking, very sexy.
Definitely, and it's actually still an active racing car. They still use it in America, in IMSA, for example. So it is a little bit strange to have been a BOP to hell. But we are crossing our fingers that they will fix the BOPs for us before next week, or in the next race in 2 weeks.
Yeah. Let's all send angry emails to Kunos that they need to give some love to the Lexus in the Godzilla car and whatever. So.
Yes. And now that they are giving the Lexus some love, maybe they could also spice up the Jack to make it the fastest car in the game, but don't tell anyone about it.
Or just add 150 kilos to every other car. That's also a good thing.
Oh,
So
yes,
they can choose.
Yeah, just whatever they want to make it more interesting.
Yep, I completely agree.
Anyways, we are about to round off the little bit unfortunate stream tonight. We have had Chris Hill, Grandpa Chris behind the cameras. I'm Oliver Anderson, Mr. One of Oliver. My co-commentators tonight have been Jitse Miedemar and Dominic Gies. Or Dominique Gies, as I've been told by him that you have to say it. Anyways, guys, I hope you tune in again when we go racing once more next week for the Tier 1 race here at Misano. I presume that Sam Pierce will be guiding you through that one. Bye bye, guys, good night, take care, and see you again later.